Vorführung zur eigenen Arbeit, zur eigenen Fleiß, eigenen Entschlossenheit, eigenen Trotz.
A new world order.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Why'd they blow up Building 7 down the street here in New York?
A contingency plan in the event of emergency that would suspend the American Constitution, and I was deeply concerned about it.
Felony?
Yeah, felony means more than a year in jail. This is not like a traffic ticket. For standing and protesting, the type of thing that for 230 years Americans took for granted.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
The Illuminati, one world government, new world orders, skull and bones.
When Hitler seizes power, the occult follows right into his inner circle.
That relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion.
Tonight, we continue our special investigation of secret societies with a look into Yale University's Skull and Bones. You're about to learn what only a powerful few ever find out.
Who were the Illuminati?
I would say a better term would be who are the Illuminati, because they still exist.
You know what? The Bavarian Illuminati, the Trilateral Commission, Goldman Sachs, and the Queen of England are not all bad.
Is to actually create a new world order.
Now, what is this new world order all about? It is about a reversal of the American Revolution.
Shouldn't we abolish the Federal Reserve, the CFR? That's the real reality that none of you will talk about, most of you are members. That's what's destroying this country, Governor.
A part of that plan, of course, is to induce the gradual surrender of American sovereignty, piece by piece and step by step, to various international organizations, of which the United Nations is the outstanding but far from the only example.
We Americans are going to have to yield up some of our sovereignty. That's going to be, to many, a bitter pill.
Don't you stand for America, sir? What about the Federal Reserve and the CFR? You people are being lied to. This country's been taken over by Europe, and I'm being drug out. Laugh at it.
Well, up next on World Business Today, you may not have heard of it, but some say Bilderberg is secretly trying to take over the world.
Particularly the question that there was about moving the United States off of the dollar and onto a global currency like Russia and China are calling for.
It's referred to as a international currency, United Future World Currency. Here it is.
Now to our top story.
I was told that I might be evicted if I didn't take the flag off the car.
The American flag is at the center of a big controversy in California right now. 5 high school students were sent home for wearing their stars and stripes on their t-shirts.
It was a 3 by 5 foot American flag flying from that pole, but in place of the stars, it featured an image of President Obama. And it made some of them see red.
Joseph Stalin, pictures of Mao Zedong, pictures of Adolf Hitler, the pomp, the ceremony, the flags like that.
They say they're here because they say firefighters are banned from flying Old Glory on their trucks.
There was an order from chief to remove all flags from the apparatus.
This flag has been flying in the same spot?
Yes, sir. I've been employed at that location for 30 plus years, and we've always had a flag at that spot.
Now tell us what changed. How did the police decide it's time to take the flag down?
This time at Gavilan View Middle School in Salinas, where a student's patriotic art project was shunned for being, quote unquote, offensive.
One Arlington woman with a military family was stunned to find out that the answer was no after she brought an American flag to work just before Memorial Day weekend.
The government has been handed fines by the EU of somewhere in the region of £150 million for breaches including failing to fly the European flag.
G.I. Joe Now in this movie apparently is an acronym. It stands for Global Integrated Joint Operating Entity, which sounds like an A-team for the United Nations, for crying out loud. This is not the G.I. Joe anybody remembers.
All the toys, I've shown this over and over again. I've gone to the toy store and shown it and done reports, say UN Peacekeeper, Global Peacekeeper. We're all just being prepared.
The French have benefited enormously from the European Union. Don't you feel any kind of pleasure in seeing a European flag hoisted?
A town in Maryland fighting for their American flag after it was thrown into a dumpster by the State Highway Patrol.
Personnel carriers with armor. What are they for? The Army going into battle against the enemy? They're used by Homeland Security against us.
And if you look at what the Department of Homeland Security has been purchasing over the last year, it comes out to like 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition, more than 7,000 fully automatic assault weapons, 2,700 MRAP type vehicles, and now drones. Those are instruments of war. Department of Homeland Security's, who are they going to fight a war against?